Welcome back to my channel. I'm Brittany Chambers here in Denver, Colorado. I am, of course, all things real estate, and today we're talking about downsizing. You probably want to know as much information as possible, and you want to know what the common mistakes are so you aren't falling into those same pitfalls that other downsizers are. And you want to try to have as smooth of a process as possible while selling your home for the most amount of money as quick as possible and finding a home that meets all of your needs. So if this is what you're looking for, this is the channel for you. We're going to dive into the 5 top mistakes that people make when downsizing, and towards the end I'm going to go over some bonus info as far as how to find the right agent for your particular situation for downsizing, since that takes a separate set of skills that a lot of agents don't have and they don't specialize in. And I'm going to guide you through the process, so let's jump right in. The first mistake people make, number 1, is not decluttering soon enough. When you're in your house 20, 25, 30 years, you collect a lot of things. We all do. We all have a lot of stuff in our homes that we no longer need, and we've not had the time to go through it. So I always recommend, 1, when you check in with your real estate agent, they're going to be able to refer you to some companies that can help you with this process. I recommend going room by room, actually. Start in room number 1, and you're going to make 3 piles. You're going to make a pile for donate, a pile to toss, and a pile to keep. And the reason why I want you to start doing this early is because this is an emotional process. When you start opening up those cabinets and opening those drawers and going through files, you're gonna start going down memory lane, and pretty soon, going through a small closet, what you thought was gonna take an hour may take your entire day. And I don't want this to seem overwhelming to you, but I'm just being upfront and truthful that this is usually how this goes. So make sure you've got enough time before you wanna sell your home that decluttering starts early. I would recommend at least 6 months to start decluttering and going room by room by room. If you have a very, very large home and all of your children's things are still there, maybe recommend setting aside some time or a weekend with each one of those children separately and going through those items with them and letting them take that stuff home with them. That's always a great thing that I recommend, and it's very helpful. Now, the second biggest mistake I see people make is waiting until there's a medical reason that forces them to move. This is a really unfortunate position for someone to be in. When you're selling a very large home, you want it to be on your terms. You want it to be during a time that works well for you, a time of year that works well for the market. You want to be prepped. You want to be able to go through your home and get it ready to be sold for the most amount of money. But if you're in a position to where you have a medical reason that you have to sell quickly and move quickly, this could unfortunately mean that you lose a lot of money on your home, and that you may be forced to move into a home that maybe wouldn't have been your ideal pick. Maybe you would have wanted to wait a little bit longer to find a home, or maybe look for something else. But sometimes when you're in a medical situation like that, time's just not on your side. So this is a really big mistake that people make. So choosing to sell your home when it works for you, when you are healthy and you are looking at retirement, downsizing at that point is the ideal situation for someone to move out of their large home so that you can prep it properly. You can move into that home that maybe even might prevent you from having a medical emergency, especially if it has to do with, hips and joints and those kinds of things. So those are all good reasons to downsize. The third mistake that I see people make a lot when thinking about downsizing is not choosing to move closer to family. Oftentimes, when you purchase that family home, you purchase that home in a specific location as it relates to maybe a school, or you want it to be within a certain distance from home. But when you're in a position to where you have this large home and your kids have moved away, those reasons and the location of where you should move to should change as well. Now, moving closer to the grandkids or where your current kids are is important because it's going to lessen your commute. They're oftentimes going to be there more and more often as you tend to age. And family is everything. You're going to want to be close to them. So if you're staying in your local community because that's where you used to work, that's where your kids used to go to school, that's a very familiar thing for you, and you think that moving to a new community where your kids are might be too challenging because you have to learn the whole area a little bit better, that's actually, it can seem like a daunting thing, but in the long run, It is easier to learn a new community and learn where the local stores are, learn where the local shopping and restaurants and all those things are. It really takes a very short period of time to learn that kind of thing. And the benefit that you get on the other side of being closer to your family farly outweighs everything. Now, the fourth mistake that I see people make a lot, unfortunately, is overestimating the profits from the sale of your home. Now, when you choose the correct real estate agent, they're going to be by your side and they're going to be able to guide you through the costs that are associated with selling your home. They're going to be upfront and transparent about their commissions, about closing costs, and they're going to have a strong set of negotiating skills. So when it comes time to actually selling your home and reviewing offers, that they're negotiating the best price for you so that you can take home the most amount of money. There's also other costs that sometimes can be associated with the sale of your home, such as prepping it for sale. Sometimes you may need a new roof. Maybe your sewer needs to be repaired. Maybe some paint or some leaks, those kinds of things need to be fixed in the home before selling. So consult with your real estate agent. They're going to be able to guide you through this so that you have a realistic expectation of what to expect at the closing table and how much money you're going to be putting in your pocket when you sell your house. Now, the fifth mistake that I see people making is not really knowing what they want when they're downsizing into a new home. And that goes as far as, not knowing if they really want to deal with stairs or not. How many stairs, not just on the inside of the home, but what about the entry to your home? These things may not be important right now for you, but maybe in the next couple years, you're going to regret having a full staircase to get to your bedroom. So having a clear understanding of what your needs are and trying to kind of see into the future of what you think you may need or not need in your home. Maybe you really, really love taking care of your yard, but in 5 to 8 years, are you going to want to continue taking care of a large yard? Maybe you can downsize your yard so that way you can spend more of your time doing other things when you're in retirement. So all of these things are good to think about as far as your wants and your needs and your necessities, right? Sometimes you want to be looking at things such as the amenities that are in your neighborhood, such as parks, trails, restaurants, stores. You want to know how close all those things are, how accessible they are to you, and you really want to have a clear idea of what your must-haves and your nice-to-haves are before going out there and starting to shop around. And of course, the biggest thing is knowing what your budget is. Go back to mistake number 4. So having a great real estate agent to talk through these things, they're also going to help guide you and maybe open your eyes to some things that you have not thought about when you're thinking about downsizing. So again, making that crucial choice of picking the right real estate agent for you. Now, of course, some bonus information. Of course, I have to tell you that choosing the right real estate agent is going to make a huge difference in your transaction and your transition from your large family home into your new, smaller home. And that doesn't just involve helping you sell your house and helping you purchase a house, but having a real estate agent that's got a lot of other professionals that they can refer you to is really important, such as a financial advisor. Maybe you've got a lot of money left over from the sale of your home and you want to know how to reinvest it. Maybe you want to have somebody help pack and unpack your items because you don't want to do it. Maybe you're not capable of doing it. You want to have somebody that's going to be able to recommend some great companies for you. Maybe helping you go through your items and helping you purge them. There's companies out there for that, and your agent's going to be able to refer you to these companies that they've vetted and used multiple times. So again, all the more reason to make sure you've chosen the right real estate agent that has a lot of experience working with somebody downsizing from a large home and into a smaller home. Also, some other things that a real estate agent that it has the specialty of working with downsizers is we know a lot of communities for 55 and older. Now you might be thinking, oh wait, I don't want to move into a retirement community where there's assisted living. And no! We're not talking about that. There are communities with single family homes that are for 55 and older that are an active community. You live in your own single family home. A lot of times you have your own yard, you've got your garage, you've got your home just like in any other community, but it's restricted to 55 and older. So your neighbors are not going to be the 22-year-old bachelors that are throwing parties every Friday. This could be an added bonus for you that you maybe not have thought about. Sometimes in 55 and older communities, they have extra amenities specific to those in your position that are looking for low maintenance. A lot of times their community offers things such as pools and spas, golf courses, film centers, there's restaurants, and a lot of other communities for an active older community. These types of communities are located all over the Denver metro area, and they're probably right in your backyard. You just don't realize it because you've never known about them. Your agent hasn't told you about them. It all goes down to choosing the right real estate agent that's got a whole suitcase full of resources for you and knowledge that they're going to be able to provide to you. So that way, when you do end up into your new home, you've got everything from the right style of home, you've got the right amenities, you've got the right price, you're in the right community, and you've got everything that you need as far as the lifestyle you're wanting to live. All right, so there you have it. You've got the 5 big mistakes most people make when downsizing. It can be stressful, it can be daunting, but with the right guidance, it's going to be smooth, it's going to be exciting, and you're going to find the perfect home, and it's going to be everything you thought it should be, and you're not going to have any regrets. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos like this. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Definitely reach out to me directly if there's anything I can help you with specifically. Feel free to reach out to me at any time. I'm always here and happy to help you. Thank you for watching, and let's look forward to that next video. I'll catch you then.